Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. If you're tuning in today, I'm betting you're interested in the world of e-commerce.
Yeah.
Maybe even thinking about starting a Shopify store.
For sure.
Well, today we're going to take a deep dive into the story of Nathan Nazareth.
Oh yeah, Nathan's great.
This guy went from running one single Shopify store to becoming like a globally recognized e-commerce educator.
Yeah, what's so fascinating about Nathan is like how he figured out how to make serious money online.
Right.
But even more importantly, how he actually teaches other people to do the same thing.
Exactly.
We're not just talking about setting up like a basic shop.
Right.
He made $100,000 in just 8 days.
8 days.
Yeah, using a strategy that he calls Shopify dropshipping.
Okay, color me intrigued. I gotta hear more about this.
Oh yeah.
But before we get into like all the nuts and bolts of his strategies, let's understand who Nathan Nazareth is and what makes his approach so unique.
I think he's got a really interesting background. He started as an entrepreneur and he learned everything about online business through trial and error.
Interesting.
But you know what he realized? He had a knack for teaching.
Okay.
Like a talent for breaking down complex ideas in a way that people just get it.
That's so valuable.
It is.
Because some people are really smart.
Yes.
But they can't teach.
Fully.
So he's not just some tech whiz hiding behind a screen.
Yeah. He's definitely not like that.
He's actually out there connecting with people, sharing his knowledge.
Exactly. And that's a huge part of why he's connected with so many people who want to be entrepreneurs.
Right.
Like he's incredibly transparent.
Okay.
He doesn't just like show off all the times he wins.
Yeah.
He talks really openly about his failures, about the mistakes he made and what he learned from them.
See, that's what makes him so much more relatable.
Yes.
Than those like get rich quick gurus, you know what I mean?
Totally.
Who pretend everything's always perfect.
Yeah, nobody's perfect.
Right.
And he's built this awesome community around his teachings, mostly through his YouTube channel.
Oh, cool.
Where he just puts everything out there.
Okay.
From the basics for beginners to the super advanced stuff.
Yeah, we know he focuses on Shopify dropshipping. But what exactly does that mean?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are hearing that term.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, that sounds cool, but what does it actually mean?
Dropshipping is basically a way to sell things online without actually having to keep any inventory yourself.
What? So you don't have a warehouse full of stuff?
Nope.
Okay, so imagine this. You have an online store, but instead of having to pack and ship orders, you partner up with a supplier who does that part for you.
Yeah, that's it.
So you're like the middleman.
Exactly.
It's connecting the customer to the product.
That's dropshipping.
Okay.
And what Nathan teaches you is not just the technical side of how to do that,
Okay.
but the whole business strategy behind it.
So it's not just about like setting up a website and then waiting for the money to come rolling in.
Definitely not.
What are some of the key things that he focuses on?
He goes really deep into how to pick products that will actually sell.
Okay.
How to drive traffic to your store with good marketing.
Yeah.
And even like the psychology of how customers make decisions.
So it's not just about pushing products.
Yeah.
It's about understanding your audience.
Yes.
Building a brand that people can connect with.
That's all. He's all about that.
I like that.
He has this thing he calls the triple threat formula
Okay.
for choosing products that are practically guaranteed to sell well.
Triple threat formula. Okay, I'm all ears. Tell me more about this.
He teaches you to look for products that are in high demand, so people are already looking for them,
Right.
but have low competition, which means there aren't a ton of other sellers out there already.
Okay.
And of course, you need to be able to make a decent profit.
Yeah, you got to make money.
Exactly. So it's all about finding that perfect balance.
It's like that Goldilocks zone. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You need something that people want.
Yeah.
But without a million other people already selling it.
You got it.
But how do you find those products? It sounds like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
That's where Nathan's teaching comes in.
Okay.
He gives you specific tools and resources to help you find those hidden gems.
Okay.
He walks you through how to analyze market trends, use keyword research tools,
Right.
and even like how to check out what your competitors are doing.
Spying on the competition, huh?
It's not really spying, it's more like research.
Okay.
You're just trying to understand what's already working out there.
Right, so it's not just intuition or luck?
No, there's a real method to it.
Okay, so he's taking the guesswork out of it.
Exactly.
What I really like is how he focuses on the long game.
That's so important.
It's not just about making a quick buck.
No.
It's about building something that lasts.
Yeah. A business that can generate income for years to come.
I love that.
Me too.
He's not just focused on the short-term hustle.
Right. He talks a lot about building a brand that people trust and want to keep coming back to.
Right. And that's where the whole customer psychology thing comes in. He teaches you how to connect with your audience.
Yeah.
How to tell a story that resonates with them.
And even how to nudge people towards making a purchase.
So it's almost like you're creating an experience.
Yeah.
Not just selling a product.
Totally.
I like that a lot.
That powerful stuff.
And he goes even deeper than that, teaching you how to make your website work better.
Yeah.
How to set up email lists to connect with your customers.
It's all part of the process.
And how to manage your money effectively.
Yeah. Super important.
It's clear that he's not just giving random advice.
Yeah.
He's giving you a roadmap.
Yeah, a complete roadmap.
For building a successful online business.
And the best part is that it works.
Right.
He's not just successful himself. He's helped tons of students achieve amazing results.
Wow.
We're talking about people quitting their jobs.
Oh, wow.
Becoming financially independent.
That's incredible.
Living their dream lives.
That's amazing.
Thanks to his teachings.
Now I'm starting to see why he's become such a global phenomenon.
Yeah, he's made a real impact.
But let's rewind a bit.
Okay.
When did this all begin for Nathan?
His journey started back in 2018.
Oh, wow. Not that long ago.
He launched his first Shopify store, just like so many others, and had to figure things out as he went.
I'm guessing he faced some challenges along the way.
Oh, for sure. Everyone does.
What were some of the things that he struggled with?
He talks about those early days, making mistakes, struggling to get traffic, dealing with suppliers, all the normal stuff that comes with starting a new business.
So he's not just some overnight success story.
No way.
He's put in the work, learned from his mistakes, and built his way up.
Exactly. And what's interesting is that during those early struggles, he actually started making videos about it.
Oh, wow.
Sharing his experience on YouTube. And it was actually that transparency, his willingness to show the good and the bad, that started to attract an audience.
So his success actually came from sharing his journey.
Yeah.
Even when things were tough.
Totally.
It's like he was unintentionally building a community right from the start.
Yeah, and by 2019, just a year after launching his first store, he was seeing real success.
Wow.
Not just in his own business, but also in how his content was helping other people.
That's awesome.
That's when he decided to go all in on teaching. Creating courses and coaching programs to help others achieve the same level of success.
Wow. So it's almost like his desire to help others was part of his success from the very beginning.
Yeah, I think it was.
He wasn't just trying to climb the ladder alone.
No.
He was bringing people up with him.
And that's a really important point.
Yeah.
His success isn't just about him.
Right.
It's about the community he's built. The people he's empowered.
All right, we've got a good sense of Nathan's journey, but let's get to the heart of it.
Yeah.
Why has he been so successful?
Right.
Both as an entrepreneur and as a teacher.
Good question.
What makes his approach stand out from everyone else?
I think it's a few things. First, he's super dedicated to giving practical advice. It's not just theory or motivational stuff. He gives you actual steps. Tools and strategies that you can use in your own business.
So he's not just telling you what to do.
No.
He's showing you how to do it.
Exactly.
I like that.
And second, we talked about this earlier. That transparency is huge.
Right.
He's not afraid to be vulnerable. To admit his mistakes.
Right.
And that makes him relatable and trustworthy.
Yeah.
He's not some guru who's untouchable.
Right.
He's someone who's been there and done that.
That makes a huge difference.
Yeah, it does.
Especially in a world where everyone tries to look perfect online.
It's so true.
Right.
And third, I think he genuinely wants to help others. He wants to see people achieve financial freedom. It's not just about him making money.
Right.
It's about empowering others to do the same.
So it's almost like his success is tied to the success of the people he's teaching.
Exactly. And that creates this amazing energy. He's not just selling courses.
Yeah.
He's building a community, a movement of people who are all working towards the same goal.
I can see how that would be super motivating.
It is.
And inspiring for anyone starting out in e-commerce.
Absolutely. It's not just about learning the tactics.
Right.
It's about believing you can do it.
Okay. We've covered a lot of ground here. We learned about Nathan's journey.
Yeah.
His unique approach to e-commerce.
It's definitely unique.
And the key factors that have contributed to his success.
Right.
But before we move on, I want to pause and ask you, our listener, what's standing out to you so far?
Yeah. What's sparking your interest?
What's got you thinking, maybe I could do this too?
That's the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool to see how Nathan's story is inspiring so many people.
Yeah.
He's really tapped into this idea that like anyone can build a successful online business.
Right.
No matter what their background is or,
right.
how much experience they have.
It's like he's making entrepreneurship accessible.
Yeah, exactly.
Showing people they don't need like a fancy degree or a ton of money to get started.
At all.
They just need the right knowledge, the right mindset, and the willingness to put in the work.
That's the key.
I like that.
And one of the things that makes his approach so effective is that he breaks down these big, overwhelming tasks into like smaller, manageable steps.
Right, you don't have to do it all at once.
No, you don't.
You can break it down.
Exactly.
We talked about his triple threat formula earlier for finding products.
Yep.
I think a lot of people would love to hear more about how that works.
Yeah, for sure. Like, how does he actually find those hidden gem products?
He starts by talking about understanding demand.
Okay.
You can't just pick a product that you like.
Right.
You got to make sure people are actually looking for it.
So it's all about data and research.
Yeah.
Not just going with your gut.
Right. He teaches people to use these keyword research tools to see what people are searching for online.
Okay, so like what are people typing into Google?
Exactly. And then he shows you how to analyze trending products on places like Amazon and Etsy.
Oh, interesting.
And even like how to check out what your competitors are doing.
So like spying on the competition?
Not really spying, it's more like research.
Definitive analysis.
Yeah, that's it.
But for e-commerce.
Exactly.
I like that.
So once you've found a product that people want, the next step in the formula is to look at the competition.
Yeah.
You want products with good demand. But not a ton of sellers already out there.
Makes sense. You don't want to jump into a market that's already crowded.
Right. It's like you're too late to the party.
Exactly. And he gives you specific things to look for.
Oh, cool.
Like how many other sellers there are, the average price, and how much marketing is going on in that niche.
So it's like a scoring system.
Yeah, you can think of it that way.
To help you evaluate the competition.
That's a good way to put it.
And then the third element of the triple threat formula is strong profit margins.
So important.
You got to make sure you can actually make money selling this thing.
Absolutely. You got to cover your costs and still have profit left over.
Right. It's not just about making sales.
No.
It's about actually making money.
Exactly. He teaches people how to figure out their costs.
Okay.
Factor in things like shipping and marketing, and then figure out the lowest price they can charge.
Okay.
And still make a profit.
I really like how he breaks it down into these steps.
Me too.
It makes it seem a lot less overwhelming.
Yeah. It's all about taking it one step at a time.
We talked earlier about building a brand.
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear more about how he teaches that.
It's one of my favorite parts.
Like, how do you go beyond just selling stuff?
Right.
And actually build a brand that people love?
He starts by talking about understanding your target audience.
Okay.
Like, who are you selling to? Right. What do they need and want? What kind of language and images will resonate with them?
So it's not just about throwing up a website and crossing your fingers.
Definitely not. You got to be strategic.
You got to be intentional.
Exactly. He talks about creating these customer avatars.
Customer avatars, what are those?
Basically, they're detailed profiles of your ideal customer.
Okay.
You imagine a specific person.
Yeah.
Give them a name, a backstory, even a picture.
Okay.
And then you really think about what makes them tick.
Interesting.
What are their pain points? What are they looking for?
You're like bringing your customer to life.
Yeah, it helps you get inside their head.
I like.
So you can create a brand that really speaks to them.
That makes a lot of sense.
Once you understand your audience,
okay.
Then you can start creating a brand story.
A brand story.
Okay. This is about connecting with your customers on an emotional level.
Oh, okay.
Explaining why your brand exists, what it stands for.
Yeah.
What makes you different.
So it's like you're giving your brand a personality.
Yeah, a soul.
Okay.
And he's all about authenticity.
Right.
Your story has to be real.
Yeah.
Reflecting your own values.
People can tell when something's fake.
Totally.
You got to be true to yourself.
And then the last piece of the branding puzzle.
Okay, what's that?
Is visual identity.
Visual identity. So that's like
your logo,
your
your color palette,
okay,
your fonts, your overall aesthetic.
So it's about creating a cohesive look
Yeah.
across all your platforms.
He gives specific tips on how to choose the right visuals,
Okay.
how to create a style guide, and how to make sure everything looks consistent.
Yeah.
Whether it's your website, your social media, or your marketing material.
He's not messing around.
He's covering it all.
From product selection to branding to marketing.
That's why his approach is so valuable.
Yeah.
It's not just about making money.
Right.
It's about building a brand that people actually care about.
We've talked a lot about strategies, but let's talk about Nathan himself.
Okay.
I'm really struck by his emphasis on transparency.
Yeah.
Like showing both the good and the bad sides of being an entrepreneur.
Right.
Why do you think that connects with people so much?
I think it's because it's so real.
Yeah.
In a world where everyone's trying to look perfect online, it's refreshing to see someone be honest about their mistakes.
Yeah, it makes him seem more human.
Exactly.
More approachable.
And more trustworthy.
Right.
I think it also gives people hope.
Okay.
When you see someone who's achieved so much, but is still willing to be vulnerable, it makes you realize that you don't have to be perfect to reach your goals.
Like he's saying, hey, I messed up, I stumbled, but I kept going, and so can you.
Exactly. And he doesn't just talk about his failures.
Yeah.
He actually breaks them down.
Okay.
Explains what went wrong and shares what he learned.
So he's turning those mistakes into lessons.
Yeah, that's a really important mindset shift.
Especially for you entrepreneurs.
Yeah, failure is going to happen.
Right.
It's how you handle it that matters.
It's all about the journey.
The ups and the downs.
And learning from every experience.
And another thing that makes Nathan different.
Okay, what's that?
Is his focus on sustainability.
Okay.
It's not just about making a quick buck.
Right.
It's about building something that's ethical.
Okay.
Responsible.
Yeah.
And built to last.
I'm glad you brought that up.
It's important.
It's so important to think about the long-term impact.
Absolutely.
Not just the immediate profit.
He teaches people to make decisions that are good for their business.
What? Good for their customers.
Yeah.
And good for the planet.
A win-win-win.
That's the goal.
And he doesn't just talk about it, he lives it.
He walks the walk.
He's involved in all these philanthropic things.
He's giving back.
Supporting causes that he cares about.
It's really inspiring to see.
It shows that success is about more than just money.
Yeah.
It's about making a difference.
Okay, we've talked a lot about Nathan's approach.
Yeah.
His strategies, his values.
It's been a good conversation.
It has.
Let's zoom out a bit.
Okay.
What are the key takeaways here?
What can we as listeners learn from all of this?
I think the biggest one is the power of belief.
Absolutely.
Nathan started with nothing.
Just an idea.
A laptop.
And a dream.
And through hard work, dedication.
And never giving up.
He built a multi-million-dollar business.
It's amazing.
It's incredible.
It just shows that anything is possible.
Right.
If you're willing to put in the effort.
And you never give up.
The second takeaway is that you got to keep learning.
The world of e-commerce is always changing.
Yeah, it's constantly evolving.
You got to be a lifelong learner.
Yeah.
Always be curious. Always be looking for new information.
Right. And Nathan embodies that.
Yeah, he does.
He's always reading, going to conferences, trying new things.
Never gets complacent.
And the third takeaway is the power of community.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do this alone.
You need support.
You need people who believe in you.
Challenge you.
And help you grow.
Nathan has built an amazing community.
He really has.
Where people can connect, share ideas, and support each other.
It's a reminder that we're stronger together.
That's the truth.
Okay, so we've covered a lot today.
We have.
I'm curious what's resonating most with you, our listener.
Yeah, what's sparking your interest?
What's got you thinking, maybe I could do this too?
Yeah, it's awesome to see how Nathan's story has really resonated with so many people.
It is.
It's clear he's not just teaching e-commerce. He's inspiring a new generation of entrepreneurs. And what's really inspiring, I think, is how he's not just focused on the technical stuff of building a business.
Right.
He really emphasizes the human side.
Yeah, like community and support and giving back.
Exactly. And that brings us to another part of his journey that I think is so cool.
What's that?
His commitment to making a positive impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually trying to make the world a better place.
From the start,
he's
been dedicated to using his success to give back.
That's awesome.
He's involved with all sorts of charities.
Oh, cool.
Especially ones focused on education.
Oh, wow.
And empowering people who haven't had the same opportunities.
That's really great to hear.
He really believes in paying it forward. Using his platform to help others and try to make things better.
And it's not just about money either.
Right.
He actively mentors young entrepreneurs.
He does.
Sharing his knowledge and experience to help them succeed.
It's like a ripple effect, you know?
Yeah.
He's inspiring others to not only chase their dreams, but also give back.
I love that.
It's a powerful message.
Especially these days.
Yeah, when it's easy to get caught up in just trying to make money.
Right.
Nathan's story reminds us that success is so much more meaningful when it's combined with purpose.
Yeah, like a desire to actually make a difference.
Exactly.
As we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a few takeaways from Nathan's journey.
Okay, sounds good.
First, remember the power of belief.
That's number one.
Nathan started with nothing but an idea and a laptop.
Yeah.
His belief in himself, his vision, fueled him and ultimately led to his success.
It just goes to show
that
anything is possible.
If you're willing to put in the work.
And never give up on your dreams.
Exactly.
Second, never underestimate the importance of learning.
Right.
The world of e-commerce is constantly changing.
Always evolving.
You have to keep learning.
Yeah.
Stay curious. Try new things.
Embrace new knowledge.
Nathan's a great example of that.
Yeah, he is.
He never stops learning.
Third, remember the strengths of community.
So important.
You can't do this alone.
You need a support system.
People who believe in you, who challenge you to be better.
And who share your values.
Nathan built an incredible community.
He did.
A place where people connect and support each other.
It reminds us that we're stronger together.
So true.
And finally, remember that success is so much more rewarding when it's used to make a positive impact.
Right. Whether it's through giving back, mentoring others, or just being kind.
Find ways to pay it forward.
Nathan's story is a reminder that anything is possible.
If you're willing to put in the work.
Stay true to your values.
And never stop believing in yourself.
Though, as you go out into the world.
Yeah.
Remember the lessons we talked about today.
Embrace the challenges.
Yes.
Celebrate the wins.
And never stop trying to make a difference.
That's the key.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Nathan Nazareth and e-commerce success.
We hope you feel inspired, informed, and ready to take action.
Until next time.
Keep learning.
Keep growing.
And keep diving deep.